got a friend.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love that music. Zig Ziglar was one of the most incredible men that I had the pleasure to know. He passed away late last year, but his legacy continues to live on through those who continue to spread his words. And one of those people is right here, Christy Ziglar, his niece. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you so much,
And you have
Susie.
this adorable book, this book that she has written, and I'm sure there's a lot of the Ziglar influence because his influence in the family was just tremendous.
Absolutely.
But the book is it's a series called Shine Bright Kids, Can't Wait Willow. Willow is the little red-headed heroine in this book. And I'm fascinated by this because you're starting at 4 years old to 8 years old, teaching through this book how children can make wise choices. How do you do that?
Well, it's a challenge for all of us. As a mom, I think one of the greatest challenges is teaching our children what is most important and imparting some of that wisdom early on. So for my kids, the goal of the book was to teach delayed gratification and some of that patience to learn to wait for the very best.
To wait for the very best instead of jumping in and taking something that'll only give you instant gratification and not long lasting.
Exactly. We're a consumer people, a consumer nation, and we all want it when we want it, how we want it now. And I think our children see that, and it's hard for them to understand that you don't just get everything you want right now. You have to wait. But
how can they see that when their parents are getting everything they want? We're talking about different home styles here. We're talking about the affluent. It may be easier with the children who are not so affluent to teach them that they have to wait because lots of times that's all they can ever do is wait.
Well, and I think the background of this story is a financial literacy program that I was involved in through my work as a financial planner, and realizing working with first and second graders that while teaching money concepts was hugely important, the bigger challenge was how do you get them to understand that saying no to the instant gratification and learning to wait. So the story, Can't Wait Willow, is about a little girl on her way to the circus who gets distracted by fun and treats she just can't turn down, and she misses the show because she runs out of time and money. But she gets a second chance, and she gets to learn that sometimes we have to say no to little things that are good in order to wait for something great that's a bigger thing, that's more important. And the best. And that's exactly right. Life is about choices. So how do we make the best choice versus an okay choice or maybe even a bad choice?
Okay, how do you know the choice you would choose for your child is the one she was meant to have?
Well, I think that's a challenge every parent has, and the goal, we want our kids to shine their brightest, and every child and every one of us has different unique gifts and talents. So helping our children explore and have life experiences where they can shine and learn to be the very best people that they can be. And talking about shining, we've incorporated a little star into the illustrations of these pages. His name is Ziggle, and when Willow is making a good choice, he's shining bright. But when she makes a not so ideal choice, he's looking a little deflated and sad. So it's an opportunity for a teachable moment.
How many children do you have?
I have two.
And what ages?
They're 6-year-old twins, a boy and a girl.
All right, 6-year-old twins. And so everything's working good here. 6 years old?
So far, so good.
So good, so good. And you plan to write a series of these books.
It is.
So I want you to come back when they're 16 and talk to me about these choices.
I'll do it.
Because the intention is so great, but the temptations become so huge the older that they get.
It's true.
And
so
I
we
think
have to start young.
You sit down with your children every day and talk about their plan for the day.
We do.
Yes, and giving structure to them is so important. I would like you to think about a book for children that do not have that input. In other words, that the only place they could get it is from this book.
Exactly.
Because there's so many that are not getting any input.
We need more
at all.
positive role models.
Yes, we do.
And we need those values.
And we've got one in you and in this
thank
little
you.
book. You can find Christy's book, Can't Wait Willow, wherever you buy your books. We found it on Amazon.com for $10.